guys doing? Welcome back to another video with the girl Carol. And today, guys, it's not like I said Carol, but it's Carol. And today, guys, we're going to talk about always love yourself, flaws and all. Love everything about yourself. Good, bad, ups, downs, all of that. But guys, you already know, if before we get into that topic, you already know, if you feel like you can benefit from some encouraging videos like this one right here, by all means, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, click like, share, and comment. Okay, guys, let's talk about loving yourself. Just totally being in love with who you are, what God has blessed you with, and all of this. Let's get into it. Okay, so I came up with this topic simply because I realized that I was not loving myself. I did not love me. I did not like me. I was just going through the motion. And me just going through the motion and not loving myself, I set myself up for failure. I allowed people to mistreat me. I just wanted to be friends with whoever, go wherever, do whatever, just so I can simply be loved. I'm looking for love, but I don't know how to receive it. I don't know how to love me. I'm just, my favorite phrase, all over the place. So I'm just now realizing at this big age that I'm just now getting to love me and get to know who I am and my likes and my dislikes and why I function this way and why I do things this way. Forever, people have always had an opinion of how I'm supposed to move or how I'm supposed to do things, and I just thought that I wasn't good enough, because every time I tried to do something or achieve something or just whatever it was, somebody always had something negative to say, and I believed every single word that someone had to say about me, and I just could never get right. I just could never just love me wholeheartedly, just being to me, because I was too busy trying to be somebody else or trying to imitate somebody else or trying to fit into this box that everybody wanted me to fit in. And I'm telling y'all, when you don't love yourself and when you're trying to please others, it's a disaster. It is a disaster waiting to happen, and it is not a good look. It is not something that I recommend. You got to begin to love yourself, because when you don't love yourself, you tend to just do some crazy things, some things you look back and be like, why did I do that? Why was I allowing people to treat me like that? You're trying to keep up an image. You're trying to just find yourself. Trying to find yourself is okay, but trying to find yourself in others and trying to please others, it's just not good. And so I didn't realize that, making sure I ain't got no lipstick on my lips, but I mean on my teeth, but I realized that I really didn't love myself. And it just goes back to being molested as a kid and not loving, the headspace that I was in and the mindset that I was in, and always hearing, why you can't be like this person, or why you can't do this like this person, why you always move like this and do it this way, and you don't need to do that. So all of that, it just made me feel like nothing I could do was good enough. And I just hear other people around me praise everybody else, but when it came to me, it was just like I was a disappointment. It was like there was nothing I could do that would just, and it's just like I would spend all of my life, seems like all of my life, it just seems like I just tried to please people. I just wanted to be, I don't know, I just wanted to be perfect in people's eyes. I didn't want nobody to feel like I was less than, or they couldn't count on me, or it took a toll on me. It took a toll on me. And if you are in that situation where you're not in love with who you are, you're taking whatever you can take just simply so you can be in somebody's presence, you're forcing yourself to be like somebody else, or you're trying to force yourself into someone else's box, whatever it is, you got to stop, because nothing's good going to come out of that. Absolutely nothing. You have to love who you are, love who God has created. God don't make mistakes. God don't make mistakes. He's giving you gifts, he's giving you dreams, he's giving you ideas. And you can't share your dreams and your ideals with everybody, because he didn't give these people these visions. He only gave it to you. So you don't have to go share it with everybody else, because all the negative people are going to do is shoot it down. And then what you're going to do, you're going to listen to them, and you're going to put whatever goal and dreams that you have, you're going to put it on the back burner because such and such said that it was stupid, or such and such said that you can't do that, or such and such. Like, you're putting your expectations, you're getting your expectations from somebody else. That ain't how they roll. That ain't how they go. You got to live life for you. You got to live life the way that God has intended you to live it. God don't put my vision into somebody else. God puts my vision in me. God puts my purpose and everything that I'm supposed to do in me, not in somebody else. So why do I have to go and tell somebody my ideal or my dream to get their approval? That ain't how they work. Stop trying to get approval from everybody else. Stop it. Stop sharing everything with everybody. Do you, and do what God has intended you to do. It may not look good in somebody else's eyes, but it doesn't even matter, because you move into the beat of your own drum. Period. Stop trying to be a people pleaser. It's not good. We're not put on this earth to be to please people, because if you're trying to please somebody, you're never going to be happy. You're never going to be happy. So you have to fall in love with who God has created you to be. You have to have high standards for yourself. You have to love who you are, what you see in the mirror, whether you're big, small, whether you're dark, you're light, you're medium, in between, white, black, orange, whatever it is. You got to love what God has created in you. Point blank. Period, point blank. All that, you got to love who you are. And it's just, it's in you're in your head, and all you're doing is replaying negative things, what people done said about you, how people treat you. First of all, you need to change your surroundings. You can't be in a positive headspace and be in positive light if you hanging around negative people. That's family, that's friends, that's whoever is pulling you down. They see you elevating and they pulling you down by words and actions. You cannot elevate with negative people. You cannot elevate in negative situations. You cannot elevate with a negative mindset. You cannot elevate in negativity. Negativity is not of God. Negativity is not of God. So why are you dwelling in it? It's so easy to say don't do this and don't do that, but you really have to consider the negative things that you're going through and the people that you're around and all of that. It's really pulling you down. You got to love yourself enough to get out. You have to love yourself enough to get out. Remove yourself from those negative people, negative situations, and whatever is holding you down. You got to remove it from yourself. Love you. You have to love you. You got to love you first, because if you don't love you, you can't love others. When you love yourself wholeheartedly, you can love everybody so well. I mean, I can't even just explain it. It's just, whew, you can do it. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. It doesn't matter how your hair looks. Again, what size you are, the color of your skin, what's going on, it doesn't matter. You have to love you, because God made no mistake. God makes no mistakes when God made no mistake when he made you. That's what I'm trying to say. But we're so focused on everybody else. And that's another thing. When you keep your eyes on other people, it robs you of your happiness. You can't keep your focus on what somebody's doing over here or what somebody's doing over there, because it will rob you of your happiness. because you're comparing what you're going through and how your life is going with somebody else's. Now, you don't know what they went through to get to where they are. You probably can't even survive a day in that person's shoes, but you're looking at what they have. See, we put value in what somebody has, or what they drive in, and what they wear, and where they stay. We put value in that. Value is not none of that. And none of that. Value is in who you are, your character, how you present yourself, your heart. God looks at your heart. So these people that's riding around, let me tell you this, the devil also blesses his people as well. So these people, you're looking at what they got and how much money they got in the bank and what they wear, and could be some of the evilest people, craziest people in the world behind closed doors, but they put on the front, they put on that mask when they get in front of people. So, but as soon as that person turn their back, they talking about them, or they dogging them out. So be careful who you idolize and who you want to be like, and you doing couple goals and you doing goals, period. Be careful and mindful of that, because you don't know who that person really is behind closed doors. So period, you got to quit that. You have to love you. And I'm going to keep saying that. You have to love you. You have to. And how you know you're not loving yourself? Because you're letting people treat you any kind of way. You're taking anything from anybody. Yeah, you might got a mouth on you, and you may have a mouth on you, and tell people like it is. But then you tell people like it is, and you turn right around and you put yourself back in that situation. You got to love yourself enough to know, okay, this is not for me, and I'm not going to continue to put myself through heartache and pain. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go on the exit left. You got to stop putting yourself in situations that don't elevate you, that don't help you grow. Because the more negative things and negative people and negative things and negative situations, the more you put yourself in those situations, the less you love you, because you're so focused on all this crazy stuff that's going around. The world is crazy enough. So you got to find a common ground, and you got to love who God has created in you. God is waiting to push you out and to have you flourish and grow, but he can't grow you or help you out because you keep putting yourself in these negative situations, and you're not even loving yourself. So how can you love anybody else? Y'all, I'm telling you, flaws and all. We all have flaws. There's something on us that we don't like, but you just have to accept what you can and change. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, but you have to change what you can and accept what you can't. Period. Because life is too short to be focusing on everything that you don't have and how you want to live life. And life is too short for that. Live life the way God has intended you to. Because if you don't, you're not going to be happy anyway. God got to be in front and center. God has to be front and center. I'm not perfect. I don't walk around like I'm perfect. Like, I just don't. I mean, I know that I am somebody. I realize that I am somebody. I realize that God loves me for who I am. So why wouldn't I? I'm going to change the things that I can, and I'm going to accept the things that I can't change. Point blank, period. That's real talk. Love yourself, guys. Love who you are. Stop listening to the naysayers and the people that are trying to put you down, because they don't love themselves, and so they want to hold you down. How dare you feel like you're this and you're that? How dare you elevate and I'm not elevating? How dare you? You know what I'm saying? You got to realize who you're around. You got to realize your surroundings. You got to eliminate some things. You can't stay stuck in the negative. You can't stay stuck. You got to get out. You got to get out, because you got to realize who God has created, and He has created a masterpiece. But you'll never know that if you don't begin to love yourself and get out of these negative situations and get away from these negative folks. Period. You are beautiful inside and out. We're so focused on our out appearance that we forget that we are beautiful on the inside. You can be the most baddest female or male on this planet, but your heart is ugly. You talk about people. You make people feel this small. You look at people, laugh at where they stay and what they drive, and you have no kind heart. You got all this money. You ain't trying to help nobody. That's just pure ugly. And you're not serving God. You're not serving God because God put you on this earth to help people. And you're just helping yourself. So that's how you know you're just looking at what somebody have and you want it. Nah. Want what God has given you. Want the life that God has given you. We all go through things. We experience tragedies, trauma. We all go through things that break us or try to break us. But when you come out of it, know that God was on the other end pulling you through. And that alone should make you happy that what you was going through didn't break you. You could have been dead and gone, but God chose to help you through and pull you through so you can become stronger and you can be a testimony and help somebody else get through the same things that you're getting through, that you got through. So yes, love yourself. I'm not going to be before you long. I just want somebody to love themselves and know that you are created to be greatness, kings and queens. You are amazing in God's eyes. You know what I'm saying? So you don't worry about what somebody else thinks and how somebody else feels, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You are here to do the work of the Lord. It don't matter what somebody else says, thinks, feels, whatever. Keep it pushing, keep it moving. Period. Move in silence. You don't have to go confront everybody. You don't have to. Just move in silence and do what God has created you to do, and love yourself. Period. But guys, I just wanted to come and just put that in your spirit. I just wanted to come let you know that you are awesome and you are amazing and that you can do anything that you put your mind to. Remember, faith over fear. Push yourself through whatever the devil is trying to, or the enemy is trying to do. Push yourself through. Know who it is. Recognize. Now, sometimes God puts you through tests and you just need to pass those tests, and sometimes it's the enemy. But still push through. Don't give up and don't give in. And until next time, guys, I love you and have an amazing, awesome, wonderful day. Mwah.